May 2015. A Mexican military helicopter is flying over the mountains of Jalisco. Authorities believe they are finally close to capturing one of the most wanted men in the world. Then suddenly, gunfire erupts from the ground. A rocket is launched. Seconds later, the helicopter is hit and it falls from the sky. The man authorities were searching for that day was the leader of one of the most powerful criminal organizations in modern history. His name is Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, but the world knows him as El Mencho. And the story of how he reached that level of power is even more shocking. Before he became one of the most wanted men in the world, his life looked completely different. El Mencho was born in the 1960s in rural Jalisco, Mexico. Like many young people from the region, he eventually traveled to the United States looking for work. He spent time in California working agricultural jobs. If you saw him back then, you probably would have thought he was just another farm worker trying to build a better life. But things would take a very different direction. In the 1980s, Oseguera was arrested in the United States on drug-related charges. After serving time in prison, he was deported back to Mexico. And this is where his story really begins, because what happened next would eventually lead to the creation of one of the most powerful cartels in the world. Now think about this for a second. How does someone go from working in farm fields to leading a criminal organization that authorities across the world are trying to dismantle? The answer lies in what was happening inside Mexico at the time. During the early 2000s, Mexico's cartel landscape was changing. Major organizations were weakening, leaders were being captured, and power vacuums were forming. After the death of cartel leader Ignacio Nacho Coronel in 2010, a new organization began to rise. The Jalisco New Generation Cartel, also known as CJNG, and at the center of it all was El Mencho. Unlike older cartels that tried to stay hidden, CJNG quickly became known for something very different. They showed their power openly. Armed convoys driving through cities, military-grade weapons, and propaganda videos meant to send a message. Imagine seeing dozens of armored trucks driving through your neighborhood. What would you think was happening? For many communities in Mexico, this became reality. But remember that helicopter from the beginning of the story. This is where that moment happened. In 2015, Mexican security forces launched a major operation to capture El Mencho. Investigators believed they were getting close, but instead, the cartel struck back. Cartel members opened fire on a Mexican military helicopter. Investigators say attackers used rocket-propelled weapons. The aircraft was hit, and it crashed. Several soldiers and officers were killed. Think about that for a moment. A criminal organization bringing down a military aircraft. It was one of the most shocking cartel attacks ever recorded, and it showed just how powerful the organization had become. El Mencho is considered one of the most wanted fugitives in the world. The United States government has offered up to $10 million for information leading to his capture. He faces accusations tied to major drug trafficking operations, organized crime, and weapons offenses. Yet despite years of investigations and military operations, he has remained out of reach. So how does someone stay hidden for that long? Is it loyalty, fear, or something more complicated? Experts say several factors may explain it. Remote territories, layers of protection, and a network of associates who warn him when authorities get close. Unlike some cartel leaders who seek publicity, El Mencho rarely appears publicly. Few verified photos, few confirmed sightings, just rumors and a growing legend. From farm worker to one of the most wanted men in the world. The rise of El Mencho shows how quickly power can grow in the shadows. But history has shown us one thing. Every criminal empire, no matter how powerful, eventually faces its breaking point. And now, everything feels uncertain. Reports, rumors, and speculation continue to spread, but the truth still isn't fully clear. So the real question isn't just when that moment comes, it's whether it already has. And I want to hear from you. Do you think someone like El Mencho was ever truly untouchable? Or was this always inevitable? Let me know what you think.